Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today. I am super excited to announce that I'm going to be posting a intermediate skill level series for my crochet. I don't know if I'm going to do that for my knitting series just yet. We'll see. We'll see. So I did figure out how to do this textured peacock shell pattern that I'm super excited about. I'm actually doing a baby blanket with this. And so I do want to post a video in the future in regards to how I did this. But for today, this is one's for my beginners. Today we're going to talk about gauging and why it's so important and how to determine your gauges. So with gauging, there's variable factors that determine the size of your project, such as your yarn size, your hook size, and the amount of stitches that you do in your chain or the beginning of the project. You can also increase or decrease in your pattern. That's more for intermediate skill level. Right now I just want you to focus on just the amount of stitches that you begin with and yarn size, hook size, and then we can talk about increasing or decreasing in another time. But that can also influence your gauging as well. So for this one, I just wanted to do a sample size of this particular pattern because I wanted to see how many stitches, roughly how many stitches I will need to do to create a full blanket. So with this one, I only did about 25 to 30 stitches. I apologize, I don't remember the exact amount. I just wanted to measure how many stitches would create how many inches, and then based on that I calculated how many stitches I needed to incorporate for the baby blanket that I'm working on, which is right here. I'm going to be posting a picture of this on my Instagram. I'm still working on it, so it's not done just yet, but I'm super proud of this blanket. It is very, very cute. I don't know if I'm going to be selling this or keeping it yet. We'll see. I might keep it because it's so cute, but I don't know. We'll see. I will definitely post a picture of this on my Instagram, so please follow me on my Instagram as well for any current or future or even past patterns that I've done, and that will be in my description down below. But anyways, back to gauging. So like I said, there's different variables to gauging. There's the yarn size, the hook size, as well as the amount of stitches that you incorporate into a project. That's going to determine your project size. This is important to keep in mind if you're doing things like socks, sweaters, hats even. Obviously, a newborn baby's head is going to be a different size than a toddler's head, or a toddler's head is going to be a different size than a teenager's head, and etc. So that's really, really important to keep in mind all those different variables, so that way you can make sure you get the correct amount of stitches for the correct amount of sizes for a particular project. And that's what gauging is. So with this one, I used a 4 ply yarn with a 5mm H sized hook. And it's really important when you start off doing projects, doing sample sizes like this, so that way you can figure out if you'll be able to make the correct amount of stitches for the correct amount of inches that you want in your project. There are some projects, however, that will just automatically tell you, like with a hat, they'll just tell you, go ahead and chain 30 or 40 stitches for an adult female size or an adult male size. You need to incorporate 10 more stitches, things like that. So there are patterns that already tell you how many stitches to do, what yarn size and hook size you need, so you don't have to figure out any of that stuff. And I honestly, for beginners, that is what you should be doing, is paying attention to those patterns that have all that information readily available for you, so you don't have to try and figure it out. Unfortunately, when I first started crocheting, I wanted to do everything on my own. I kind of had a teenager mentality of, oh, I know how to do basic stitches, so I don't need to know about the yarn size, the hook size, or the amount of stitches. Everything's fine. And then I learned very, very quickly how important it is to know that information when you're starting off with a project. And so I'm going to urge you all to do the same. Please don't try to go rogue like me, because you will learn very, very quickly and the hard way through lots of tears and stress. That's not necessary, by the way, because I had to restart a lot of projects, and some projects I just completely gave up because I was just so frustrated trying to determine the gauging and why my stitches weren't adding up, or it was just a headache. So for a beginner, please just stick to the patterns where they already provide you with all that information, and later on, as you get more experience with crocheting and stitches, you'll be able to feel more confident in how many stitches it will take to create a certain amount of a blanket or a sweater or socks, even things like that. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about gauges or anything, please feel free to leave a comment down below, or if you have any videos that you would like me to upload in the future, please leave a comment down below as well. Again, I am going to be putting my Instagram information in the description, so you can also follow me there. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope you guys take care. Bye.